Hey guys, Alex here back again with another review, and I'm sorry I didn't put this out last night, but I got busy watching the Bulls game, and so I decided to make it this morning and put it out for you guys. So today I will be reviewing the Hangover 2. Now, I saw it yesterday, and I was really excited to see the film, and let's just say in simple terms, I was pretty disappointed. Considering the fact that I just watched the first one again the other day, probably seen it like 30 times now, and it didn't live up to the expectations as I thought it would. The media and all, like the newspapers and actual movies, ratings, gave it 2 stars, says it was a ripoff of the first one, it wasn't funny, it wasn't anything original, and I have to agree with them. It wasn't really that funny at all. It had too much story, and the story was dry as hell. I didn't prepare myself to be bored, actually, and I was disappointed. The cast is great, as obviously as the first one, and I just walked away really disappointed from the film. I didn't think it was that good. I mean, it had some really, really, really funny parts. And then there was just, okay, to sum up The Hangover 2, the first about 30 minutes of the film, from the time where you see everything, going on in everyone's lives, and then, Stu's getting married to his future wife over in Thailand, and his future wife has a little brother named Teddy, who's 16, who goes to Stanford. They all fly out to Thailand together, the 4 guys and Teddy. They go out to Thailand, and the father of the bride that's marrying Stu, really hates Stu. Thinks he's worthless, low life, nothing. He calls him rice in water, boring, dull, whatever. And he hates him, and he wants his approval. So, yeah, and the father really doesn't even like the daughter much. I mean, he does, but he really prizes the son, the little brother, Teddy, more than anybody, because he's prestigious, and he's 16, and he's already going to Stanford, to pre-med school. And so, basically, the premise of the story is that the 4 of them, and they're, the usual wolf pack, and then they go to a beach on their hotel grounds, and they have a bonfire, and they bring Teddy with, 1 drink, yeah, 1 drink, just 1 drink, oh, yada, yada, that's gonna be fine. So they bring drinks, a case of beer or whatever, and what's his name? Alan brings marshmallows. Apparently he laced the marshmallows with his ADHD medicine, which was funny, like he did in the first one when he laced the drinks with roofies. And then what happens is they wake up the next morning, messed up again, don't know what happened. They lost Teddy. They wake up in Bangkok in a shitty hotel. And the rest of the film, they have to find Teddy. And from the moment that they drink, from the beginning of the movie to that time where they drank, and then when they found Teddy to the end, was the best parts. The middle ground, where they are trying to find Teddy, just like in the first movie we were trying to find Doug, that was funny. In this movie, when they were trying to find Teddy, it was boring. I didn't find it funny at all. There was only one funny scene. I don't want to really give it away, but Stu went to a strip club in Bangkok. And if you can take the word Bangkok, take that sexually, let's just say he has unprotected sex with a transvestite stripper, and it was hilarious. That was the funniest part of the film, hands down. I was crying. I was laughing so hard at that scene. So funny. That was it. That was the highlight of the film. The rest of the film was really crappy one-liners that weren't even that funny, and it was a major disappointment. And I'm glad I only paid $5 for my ticket, because if I paid more, like I usually pay like $13 to $15 for a movie ticket, if I paid more around that price, I would want my money back. And I'm really surprised that this film was just not that good, I was let down, I was disappointed, and it didn't live up to the expectations as the first one did. You can't do an original film like the first film and try to make it better. I have a friend who described it as this: the first Hangover is that really delicious piece of pie that you have. It's a piece of pie that you can only have once, and it's delicious. 2 years later, 2011, as The Hangover 2 releases itself into the theaters, that makes no sense, but when it does, that piece of pie, is still there on the windowsill. It's just not delicious anymore. You've had pies leading up to that pie, that new slice there, that pie that you're waiting for sitting on the windowsill, also known as The Hangover 2, is just not good anymore. It's stale pie. And that really just made me hungry. But it's a really good analogy because it's true. You have an amazing movie in The Hangover 1. Perfect, original, hilarious. How can you outdo that? You try to up the ante to The Hangover 2, and it was terrible. It wasn't terrible. It was just... it was terrible. I mean, you can't... It's going to make a ton of money. So, whether you like it or not, it's your own formalized opinion. And the majority opinion that I've seen from everywhere across the board did not like this movie at all and prefer the first one because it's just way better. But either way, if you like it or not, it's going to make a crap load of money because it's Memorial Day. And Memorial Day movies make a ton of money. So, Todd Phillips, the director, you're smart. You released it at the right time. You made a good movie. It was enjoyable. It was better than sitting in the house doing nothing. Then I came home and watched the Bulls lose to the Heat, which pretty much topped a terrible day that I had yesterday. Anyways, I had a really horrible day, and I really don't want to get into it. I had personal problems going on, and it was one of those terrible worst days of your life kind of things. I didn't have a good day yesterday, and I really thought The Hangover 2 was going to brighten my mood, and it didn't, and it kind of brought me down. And yeah, so what do you guys think of The Hangover 2? If you guys have seen the film, let me know. Leave it in the comments below. Tell me what you guys think. Did you guys enjoy the plot of the story? Or did you enjoy the humor? Did you think Alan was hilarious? I thought Alan was good, which was good because in the first film, you have a taste of Alan. I mean, Zach Galifianakis, you have a taste of him. You say, oh, who's this guy? He's funny. He's a new actor. He's a new comedian guy. He's funny. The second film, basically, it was all about him and Chow, a.k.a. Ken Jeong. That's his real name. But if you're going to base the whole movie on those two, but Chow, his storyline ends midway through the movie, which means so much information. Now, I'm telling you right now that The Hangover 2 would have been better if it was maybe a half hour longer and gave into more details about Chow. I'm not going to tell you why that's important, but a lot of the movie has to do with him. And if you gave me 30 or so more minutes in between the point where they met Chow again, which was funny, into where they find Teddy, they give you maybe 30 to 40 more minutes regarding Chow's life and story and what he had to do what he did in Bangkok, would make more sense. I mean, Paul Giamatti had a small cameo in the film, and they played him off to be a big character in the film, and he wasn't at all. He was in the film for maybe 5 minutes, if that. And I love Paul Giamatti. How are you gonna not give him a bigger role? I can rant about this all day, but the analogy is, Hangover in 2009 was the most decadent pie you'll ever eat. Hangover in 2011 is that same pie sitting on the windowsill, and you've already had good pies leading up to that pie, and it's the same pie. It's stale. It's not good anymore. You want to try something new and something original, or you want to try that same pie, but add a little whipped cream on top of that pie, not like you had on the first pie, to make this pie spice it up. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, from The Hangover 1, you can give the same movie The Hangover 2 like it was, but up it a little more. Give it more raunchiness. Give it more, fluff, more jazz, more good vibes in the movie to make it better, and it didn't, and it was disappointed. I'm sorry, it was disappointed. And I heard people walking out of the theaters saying, oh, The Hangover 2 is better than the first one. They must be on crack. And it was mostly women saying that. Not degrading women here, but a lot of my women friends thought the movie was better than the first one, which I don't understand how you could think that was better than the first one. And I also overheard somebody saying if they do a Hangover 3, they should have Alan getting married. That would be funny. That would be pretty hilarious. But I can care less now. Because I'm let down. It let me down. And you got my $5, and I'm never going to get my $5 back. But anyways, I would say to go see it anyways, just to formalize your own opinion. So go see it. Tell me what you guys think. If you've seen it already, leave me some comments below and tell me what you guys think. Did you guys like it? Or did you guys hate it? Not hate it, but did you guys just get disappointed from it like I did? So, go see The Hangover 2. Get your own opinion. Form that opinion. And tell me what you guys think in this video. My official review, I'm going to give it a... I got 2 stars and a 4. I'll give it... I was going to give it a 1.5. I'll give it a 2 stars. I kept my kept my energy going, kept my entertainment levels high. But it just sucked. So 2 out of 4. Hangover 2. Check it out if you have nothing to do this Memorial Day weekend. Happy Memorial Day weekend, all friends and family and everyone on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll check you guys next time with another review or a video. Peace out, guys.